Ever feel like you can't focus for more than 5 minutes? Like you're constantly reaching for your phone, refreshing social media, jumping from one dopamine hit to the next? Yeah, same here. I was feeling overwhelmed, distracted, and honestly a little fried. So, I decided to do something extreme. I unplugged from everything. No phone, no Netflix, no junk food, no music, no scrolling for 3 full days. They call it dopamine detox. And let me tell you, it wasn't what I expected. Here's exactly what happened, what I learned, and whether I'd recommend it all from a normal person's perspective. So, stick around because day 2 hit me like a brick. Welcome back to our channel, your go-to place for smarter habits, real health, and better living. Today, we're diving into something that's getting a lot of attention, dopamine detoxing. But first, what even is it? Dopamine is a chemical your brain releases when you experience pleasure, like eating cake, checking your phone, or getting likes online. It's natural. It's important. But in today's world, we're getting way too much of it. Too many dopamine hits too often can lead to burnout, anxiety, poor focus, and feeling numb to regular life. So, the idea behind a dopamine detox is to hit reset by temporarily cutting out things that overstimulate your brain. Not forever. Just long enough to give your mind a breather. Let me show you what happened when I tried it for 3 days. What I cut out. Before starting, I made a list of what I considered to be my dopamine triggers, the things that gave me quick pleasure but left me feeling drained. Social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, phone notifications, junk food and sugar, music and podcasts, TV and Netflix, browsing the internet. I also cut out caffeine, which honestly was the hardest part. The goal? No artificial stimulation. Only basic tasks, healthy food, silence, and awareness. It sounds intense, and it was. But I was curious. What would happen to my brain if I removed all that noise? Day 1, shock to the system. Day 1 was rough. The first few hours felt like withdrawal. I kept reaching for my phone out of habit even though it was turned off and hidden. I was jumpy. My brain kept looking for stimulation. At lunch, I wanted to watch a video while I ate like I usually do, but nope. Just me and my salad. In silence. Science backs this up. A 2018 study from Harvard found that removing digital stimuli can temporarily increase anxiety before the brain re-regulates. Basically, your brain freaks out before it calms down. But something interesting happened by late afternoon. I started noticing things. Birds outside. The way my breath felt. The quiet hum of the fridge. It felt slow. Uncomfortable. But also, it's kind of peaceful. Day 2, the crash. This was the hardest day. I woke up groggy. Without music, coffee, or my phone to wake me up, the morning felt flat. I had a lot of mental noise. Regret, boredom, anxiety, all the stuff I usually drown out with distractions was front and center. I journaled a bit, which helped. And I took a long walk without headphones. Here's where it got interesting. A study from Stanford showed that prolonged periods without stimulation can trigger deep reflection, even problem solving. And I experienced that. My brain started connecting dots I hadn't seen before about work, about relationships, about myself. But man, I wanted to give up. My cravings were loud. Like, just check your messages real quick, what's the harm? Still, I pushed through. Day 3. Clarity. On day 3, something shifted. I woke up calmer. My thoughts felt quieter. Without reaching for my phone, I just sat there breathing. It felt strange but grounding. I cleaned. I read a book. I cooked a real breakfast. And I started feeling moments of real joy, not the high-speed dopamine buzz, but a calm, steady feeling. According to a 2020 neuroscience study from the University of Sussex, slowing down external stimuli can increase internal satisfaction and cognitive clarity. In simpler terms, when you stop feeding your brain fast sugar, it starts enjoying real food again. That's what it felt like. Key takeaways. So here's what I learned from trying a dopamine detox for 3 days. 1. Your habits run deep. We're not addicted to phones or snacks, we're addicted to escape. Silence felt uncomfortable at first, but that's where the real growth began. 2. You notice more. Your senses come back online. Colors looked brighter, food tasted better, time felt slower. 3. Cravings fade. On day 1 I wanted junk food and Netflix. By day 3, I wanted tea and a walk. Crazy. 4. You gain mental space. I had more aha moments in those 3 days than I'd had in weeks. 5. Your brain resets. After just 72 hours, I felt more present and less reactive. That always-on feeling faded. What I would do differently. If I could do it again, I'd prep better. I'd let friends know I was going offline. I'd meal prep. I'd set clearer intentions. And I wouldn't cut out everything cold turkey. Instead of going from 100 to 0, I'd reduce stimulation gradually. Maybe one day no social media. Next day, no phone. Then add silence. That way, the detox becomes a journey, not a shock. Is it worth it? 100% yes, but with context. A full dopamine detox isn't practical for everyone. But a mini detox, even just a few hours unplugged each day. Huge benefits. Studies show that regular digital breaks improve memory, sleep, and emotional health. You don't need to move into a cabin. You just need space to breathe. Even one tech-free evening a week can help your brain slow down and reset. Tips for your own dopamine detox. Want to try your own version? Here's what worked for me. Pick 1 to 3 days. Start small, even a weekend can make a difference. Choose your detox items. Be honest. What do you overuse? Start there. Prepare your environment. Hide your phone. Delete apps. Have food ready. Schedule offline activities. Walks, journaling, drawing, reading, cooking. Expect discomfort. That's your brain recalibrating, not a sign to quit. Reflect after. What did you notice? What would you keep? Real talk. Dopamine isn't bad. It's essential. The goal isn't to eliminate pleasure. It's to take back control, to stop being ruled by tiny hits of artificial joy. You deserve real satisfaction. Real calm. Real focus. And sometimes, that starts with silence. I'm not perfect. I still check my phone too much. But I'm more aware now. I take more breaks. And I treat my brain a little more like a garden and less like a casino. So, would I do dopamine detox again? Absolutely. But I'd make it more of practice than a punishment. And now I want to hear from you. Comment below, what's one thing you want to detox from, even for a day? Hit like if you felt inspired or curious. It helps others find this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We've got new videos every week on mastering health, habits, and mindset without the fluff. Your brain is powerful. Treat it with care. See you next time.